Good afternoon. It's time for yet another NFL Bucky's Mill Day. This is your host, Mike C. And of course, Star of the show, as always, it's Bucky. Say hi, Bucky. Bucky says hi. Well, we had some good news and some bad news. Let's start with the bad news first. The Wisconsin Badgers lost to the Oregon Ducks. Watched the game. It was Oregon 16, Wisconsin 13. They were the number one team in the country. I think they still are. It was a close game. Their defense actually played a lot better than their offense because they fired their offensive coordinator. And I don't have his name down, but it doesn't matter. And as of today, they have not replaced him, as I have not heard. I will post it on this video who they selected. Their offense is just putrid. They couldn't do anything. It was just bad. Their defense is not that great. So somebody had to go. Not the head coach, but yeah, they didn't. Offense was just terrible. But I read things. Starting a different quarterback. They just don't have the talent on offense. And the defense played okay, and Oregon didn't play all that great either, to be honest with you. But anyway, they lost. They have 2 games left, and this week they play at Nebraska. I won't be going to the game. I would love to go to the game, but not in the cards, which we'll get to in a little while. And then in the following week they play Minnesota for the Axe. And if they win one of those 2 games, they'll qualify for a bowl game. If they don't win, I don't know if they're gonna. If they lose both, I don't think they'll make it. If they win one more, then for sure they'll go. So it's very important, and we'll see. But they played overall. They played okay. Was it good enough to win? Nah, they didn't really go deep a lot, I thought, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. But Bucky, what in the world do you have in front of you? Well, he has 4 cards. We have a 5, a 2, and a 6 of spades, and a 9 of diamonds. Now, the suits don't matter. The reason I have those is this is the second time this year the Detroit Lions have scored 52 points. I believe they're the number 1 offense. Well, it's not for sure yet, but I'm pretty sure in the NFL. And for sure, they're the number 1 overall rated team because the Kansas City Chiefs lost in a game we watched. And they lost to the Buffalo Bills, who are a very, very good team. And they seem to have Kansas City's number. I think they're 4-4 with Josh Allen, so that's very good. And they just have a way of beating them because they go after them. Just sit back and hope they can stop Patrick Mahomes. And we had a very good game. He had 3 touchdowns, I believe. But congrats to the Bills. But the Lions are the number 1, not only in the NFC, but in the NFL. Because they beat the Jacksonville Jaguars 52-6, with that being their 9th win of the season. They probably already had qualified for the playoffs. Who knows? They got the I said Baltimore, Indianapolis Colts in Indy this weekend, this Saturday, which they'll be favored. They got a lot of records going on. What have I got here, Bucky? I can make bigger notes one of these days. They had in 7 they were behind 3-0. In 7 consecutive drives, they got all touchdowns, just one after the other. I watched it on my phone, not the game, but the stats and stuff. Just boom, boom, boom. Montgomery got, I think, 2 touchdowns. Gibbs got a touchdown. Amon-Ra got 2 touchdowns. Tight end got a touchdown. Jared Goff had a 158.3, which is a perfect quarterback rating. Just incredible. They were unstoppable. Jacksonville's not a very good team, but still. I mean, some of those they could have got a couple more touchdowns. Just incredible. Jameer Gibbs, or not Jameer Gibbs. Well, he had a great game too, but there's just other chances they could have got even more. Um, Hooker played. They took Jared Goff out. Just a dominant. Everybody's talking about him, and it was fantastic. What else have I got? The best start since 1934. 1934, Bucky. That's going back. Um, yeah, it was just an um, incredible victory for them, and so we'll see what happens. On a downside, they had another injury. Alex Anzalone broke his wrist, and he's out for 6 to 8 weeks, which would put him in the playoffs. Maybe the last game of the year, which they probably either have the overall NFC #1 seed wrapped up. But I think he'll be back. They're getting a few other guys back from injuries. So they still could, add somebody, which I wouldn't mind. A few linebackers out there they mentioned. So we'll see what happens. I'll let you guys know. What else we got, Bucky? 645 total yards. That's incredible. Very few penalties. Just it probably would have been a little boring to watch because they were so dominant, and Jacksonville just did not show up. So anyway, that's it for that. The Wisconsin Badgers men's basketball team beat the #9. I believe I have it written down here somewhere, Bucky. I want to say Arizona. Arizona, yeah, Arizona. Yes, Arizona. What is Arizona? Whatever they are. So that's very good. Women's hockey, I think they split, if I remember right. I know they lost one game. So that's very good for them also. So it was a very good week overall. If they could have beaten Oregon, that would have been fantastic. But what can you do? So other than that, I got 2 decks of cards because it's the second time they scored 52 points. I don't think anybody else has even scored one 50-pointer this year. This is probably the best overall this team has, at least in my memory, has ever been. But they still got some work to do. They still, stay out of the injury bug. They got to, be careful on that. Not to get overconfident. And I don't think Dan Campbell will allow that. But they'll get some injured players back, like I said, in a week or two. A couple sacks. The new guy got 1 sack, so that was good. I was expecting a little bit more, but he hadn't played for a while, so he needs to get reacclimated. So overall, just a fantastic performance. They should beat the Colts next week. Some big game. We watched the Packers and Bears game. The Bears are just. Now Caleb played better, but the Bears overall they're kind of, I don't know. I won't say they're undisciplined. They're just something about them. Their coach probably will get fired. Maybe not this week, but he's on the very short leash. In the AFC, like I said, Bills are probably the #1 team right now. They beat the Chiefs. Ravens lost. So there's really no team that the Lions fear right now. But there's still some very good. They got the Bills coming up later this year. The Lions still have the Packers and the Bears and the Vikings to play. They've already beaten 2 of them at home, so they're sitting in very, very good shape, Bucky. And I'm very proud of them right now. And we'll see what happens. The last week's video, I didn't write it down. I think it was 9, if I remember. So it was better than last week, which I promised. And we're gonna do a Bucky 4.0 tomorrow. Got a little bit late because I was trying to do a couple things, so I don't want to do it right now. And it's raining outside. And it's really crappy, so it's like, ugh. But it's been a couple weeks since we've done a Bucky 4.0. So we're going to do one tomorrow. I think we had 12 views for that, which has been a couple of weeks. Again, I'm making those for myself, kind of like these, just to put things down, for reference. And I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I might do books that I have. I was going to do like Christmas presents. I got lots of ideas to do. I might even do two. I don't know. We'll call with at least one tomorrow, Bucky. But we'll see what happens. So I think that's about it, Bucky. Yeah, about 10 minutes. All right, so okay, that's it. So for Mike's Unicorn Star Show, as always, it's in the cards, Bucky. Say bye, Bucky. Bucky says bye. So take care, stay dry, stay warm, be kind, and we'll catch you down the road. Bye.